Welcome to OWAD. I am Sophia, pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue exploring contemporary Chinese expressions that I categorize as net speak because that's where most new ways of expression emerge. Okay, today's expression, 喜大普奔. Well, I heard it on social media a lot, but I'm not exactly sure what that would be because it's a combination of expressions, set expression that already existed in our language. And just like initials in English, we use the first letter to represent the whole word. And Chinese use the first character to represent the whole expression, normally just four characters. And here, 喜大普奔. Okay, because there are many expressions that start with any of these Chinese characters. So to make sure I check out like what exactly these four Chinese characters represent. It represents 喜闻乐见, meaning you like to hear and see about something. So something entertaining. And 大快人心, here that you can, in a big way, in a quick way, satisfying human heart. So 大快人心 simply means satisfying. 普天同庆. So 普天 means everywhere under the sky, universally. 同庆, celebrate the same thing. So 普天同庆, oftentimes like last night when I walk down the street and I see different pubs or restaurants were playing sports, and people in the same restaurant are going to share, are going to celebrate when their team won, right? So that's kind of 普天同庆 if you are on the same team. 奔走相告 means that what is happening is so joyful, so satisfying, so worthy of celebration with the whole world. You're going to run to tell the good news. 相告, mutually tell. So before mass media, before radio or internet, that the people get news by running to your next village to spread the words. So that's 奔走相告. And 奔, even if I translate it as sprint, it's more like cross-country running. So now let's focus on each of these four Chinese characters. I mean, this is total 16 Chinese character message. It's like a paragraph. And we just use four characters to express. Joy, big, universal, sprint. If we just map one English word to each Chinese character, joy, big, universal, sprint, doesn't make any sense, right? And that's, I guess, the charm of it. It's almost like the secret code of the new generations who started this expression. And then only you're in the know, you're online enough that you're able to decode the new expressions. Okay, joy, 喜, expressed by three parts. The top is a plant. This trident-looking thing is a plant on top of the ground. So we use a plant on top of the ground to express its standing. And then we have the drum in the middle, which is a drum-looking thing, prompt on the stand and on top of the ground as well. So drum, I guess, as an ancient instrument, was frequently used for, I mean, because it's beat, right? It's rhythmic. Therefore, it's more party-like, more joyful, more danceable, I guess, in today's kind of EDM, right? It's a highly distinctively beated rhythm, and that's more danceable. And that's the setting of drum. We have the mouth symbol at the bottom. So it's the mouth symbol symbolize either eating or speaking. And in this sense, because it's drum, so there's no cookware, no food around. So this is probably about speaking. And when people are speaking with a background of a drum and the drum standing tall, And that's the setting for joy making. So I guess ancient times, music making is associated to joy making. Eventually, this whole word means joy. And sometimes you see double joy. That's when on wedding, we place two of these, one after another. That means both man and woman, bride and groom, they are joyfully united into one big piece of double joy. Okay, that is made of two pieces combined by this horizontal line. And this combo thing is going to be guaranteed to be bigger than any of the original pieces. So that's how Chinese express big. It actually implies bigger than. And this relativity eventually got lost and it becomes an absolute term. We just say something is big, but actually for both listener and the speaker, in both of their minds have some benchmark, some assumptions that people didn't verbalize, but they use that as the norm, the benchmark, the comparison. And if something is bigger than that thing, and we say so-and-so is big, or this thing is big. So that's big. Universal is expressed by two full frontal standing person, most likely men, I guess, because they have pretty muscular image and kind of standing firmly on the ground with two legs like that, standing on top of the ground, and the bottom is the sun. Sun is simply sphere with one horizontal line symbolizing the energy. So we have the light and heat experienced by our earthlings, right? And this pu, it means universal. My interpretation is the sun is a universal thing. No matter you're rich or poor, young or old, man or woman, the sun is going to shine on everybody equally. So that is the most universal thing. So here we're expressing it by the sun over, I mean, even if here looks almost like under, right? But a Chinese express this could be a distance thing. So the sun, from the sun's point of view, so at the bottom of the frame means closer to you. And you're looking from right behind the sun, and then you'll see further away. It's not meaning higher than you, but it's further away from you, two figures standing in there. And so the sun is going to shine equally on both persons. So that's universal. Sprint. So even if I translate a sprint, it's actually cross-country running. We see this big stride of this person bend forward to run. And then we have three, this grass, tall grass symbol means a cluster of grass. It means wilderness, it means cross-country running. So we have the sprint, like running really long, I guess, relatively to regular running. It's more in the wilderness, it's longer distance, and it's probably more enduro. So 喜大普奔 means this is such a joyful news that's satisfying to everybody, and we're going to celebrate it together. Therefore, you're going to run around and tell people the good news. So eventually, 喜大普奔 is almost like a social media's age expression to say it's such a big good news that let me tell you about this. So it's almost like a hook to get people tuning into something because we have some 喜大普奔 good news for you. There we go. Thank you for your time. See you another day.